This week on Kentucky Afield, we spend an interesting day in the woods, hunting with the apex predators of the sky. And it's pretty amazing to see these raptors at work, unless you're small game.
Boom!
Next, boating season is right around the corner. We'll get you ready to go with all the do's and don'ts of boating in the bluegrass.
Well, if you don't mind, go and get your fishing license out for me. Let me take a look at it.
All right, we'll do that.
Then we explore the Becoming an Outdoors Woman workshop, a program designed to help jumpstart women in the outdoors. It's all next on Kentucky Afield.
Dear Mom, I know a secret. You're a kid too. Salado is open and open for fun. We can go see deer, wink at wildcats, and giggle at that big black bear. You know he's your favorite. There's enormous elk, awesome aquariums, and we can even take a picnic lunch. And if you're really good, I'll let you take me back again.
The Salado Wildlife Education Center in Frankfort. Come prowl a while.
Yeah, we got one. Sweet.
Got a muskrat?
Yeah.
Good job.
What do you know about that, man? That's a good fish, man.
Nice male smallmouth, healthy, pretty color.
Cody, here. Find us one more good pheasant, Cody.
As biologists, we catch ducks and we place bands on them.
And it's just a really excellent place to see cottonmouths.
What do you think?
That was pretty fun.
Hello and welcome to Kentucky Afield. I'm your host, Chad Miles. Join us as we journey the Commonwealth in search of outdoor adventure. Our first piece was one of the most unique hunting experiences I've ever had. Didn't even take a gun or a bow and arrow.
The fox squirrel's up there in the fork, you see it?
Halfway, a little more up in that tree, the big tree the squirrels, the dog's facing. That's really cool. That bird keeps getting a better vantage point to see new angles on that tree. That hawk has got to be right on top of it right now. There we go.
Oh yeah! Woo! Get it, Carl!
I really anticipated, as the squirrel took off, that the bird would fly after it and hit it
Well,
again.
what they do is the red tails, they don't rebound as quickly. Most of them don't. They got to reprogram themselves. It's you know, the Harris hawk, sometimes I've got a Harris hawk and I've had her to rebound up and come back down and catch a rabbit.
Yeah. This is a really cool event. This is the first time in a long time that a bunch of falconers have gathered here in Kentucky. Tell me a little bit about it.
So it's probably been about 20, 30 years since the Falconry Club of Kentucky's came together as a group. Everyone's kind of spread out and does their own thing. So last year we all decided to kind of get together. We had a summer picnic. During that, they all came together, decided to get our club back together. So our next step was to a field meet, because that's what we all want to do is hunt.
We got people here come up yesterday from Tennessee, West Virginia, let's see, St. Louis, Missouri, one coming from Colorado, a lot up around Cincinnati and northern Kentucky.
This is Phoenix. She is an immature Harris hawk. She's probably 8 months old. All right, dogs, let's get them up. Come on, Anna. Here, get in there, Peter. There it goes. Oh! There goes another one. There she goes. This style is called following on, and basically the bird just follows us through the timber just like the dogs follow us. It'll leapfrog from tree to tree to tree. And you'll notice when the dogs bark, as soon as the dogs start barking, most of the time the birds will fly over and get right over top of the dogs, because they've learned that the dogs are what's going to put the game up.
How did you get involved in this?
So when I was little in elementary school, I read a book called My Side of the Mountain. And then the kid lives in the woods and he has a peregrine then he raises it and hunts it with it. So for some reason that's like stuck with me.
It's amazing that they're this good at this young age, but really what you're doing is you're having this bird do what it naturally wants to do anyway, and that's hunt and feed, right?
You take it out there and you bring it in and off the trap and you man it and you put it around your family and as much distraction as you can get, and it just makes a good boy out of it. And I mean, you know, they're not pets, they just put up with us.
Yeah.
And stuff, but the more you handle them and do stuff with them, the better they're going to be. And when I kind of turned this bird on, set him around with the dog, and implemented the dog, it's just made all the difference in the world.
And that was what I found was really interesting, is that you got a mountain feist dog there, and that dog would run the squirrels, and you'd sit back and just wait till it treed.
Get it, Carl!
Boom!
What I do is I go to the dog, you can sit back and pretty much relax. When the dog starts barking treed, you go in and I try to find the squirrel first. And I'll keep her on my glove or on my gauntlet and just keep him up there and go in, and when I see the squirrel located in the tree, I snap her up to a sapling, say, or whatever I can find close by, grapevine or whatever, get back and throw Carl up, and Carl starts working his way up to the top of the tree.
Get ready, get ready.
Hey, hey! Oh! Oh, ho! Still in the tree?
There it goes. We got to chase now. This bird's about 7, 8 months old?
Yes.
Did a pretty good job. It went in and actually pulled a couple of squirrels out, but the squirrels right now is 2, bird 0, but it did get a...
Got a flying squirrel.
A flying squirrel.
Mm-hmm. He flies straight down. There's a flying squirrel, eastern flying squirrel, comes out of this den here by accident, and it's just his job to get whatever he sees, and he got it. Now he's feeding up on it, so our hunt's over for the squirrels with him today.
Once you've used the bird for a period of time, then it goes back to the wild, correct?
Yeah, so you can keep them as long as you have like a current license, or you can hunt for a season, release it back to the wild, and they revert back super fast.
There goes one, right there. There's one, a rabbit right there. Came out from behind you, one of them dogs got it up.
It really is an amazing way to hunt. I'm assuming that this dates back thousands of years.
Yeah, so it's pretty much dates back to early human civilization. They say Mesopotamia.
And people do it all over the world still to this day, right?
Yeah.
It's not as common because this is a lot of work, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
So you went through an apprenticeship program here, and that was a couple years under someone else's supervision,
yes, sir, under
right?
Timothy D. Lane from Carlisle, Kentucky.
And once that's done, you're allowed how many birds?
Once that's done, you become a general falconer, and you're allowed up to 3 birds as a general.
There she is. There it is. Oh, she missed it. Right over top of it.
Oh. Boom! Got it right there.
She get it?
She get it?
She didn't get it.
Oh man, she had it. I guarantee you that rabbit's wounded. It's not something you'd recommend someone that's kind of on a whim go out and do this.
Yeah, no. Usually people get discouraged. There's a lot of people that want to do it, and then they learn how much goes into it, and they kind of, never. Maybe next time, maybe next year.
Yeah.
They just never do it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've really enjoyed watching you guys handling birds. It's obvious that you absolutely love these birds. I bet when it gets a squirrel or gets a rabbit, you probably couldn't be more proud of your bird, could you?
Oh yeah, that's like the best moment is when they catch something. So yeah, it's definitely a adrenaline rush.
She's seen something right there.
There it is. Here it goes. Here it goes. Boom.
Oh. Did she get it?
Yeah.
She got it. She got it. Good girl. Good girl. That's something to see him working a pair like that, wasn't it?
Oh, that was really cool.
Come on, girl. Good girl. These are the only type birds known that will hunt in a catch together.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they call them the wolves of the sky because, you know, they hunt in packs.
Yeah, the way that they were setting up there, and then all of a sudden, that bird came over here and sat and kind of gave up on them for a minute. Sure enough, that dog let out and brought that rabbit right across this field.
Yes, sir. Did y'all notice how it used that thing out there in that field as a kind of a blocker?
It ran around that concrete circle there.
Yeah, that's why your bird had to go around it, and when she hit it, it kind of rolled, and then she come at it from this way here and flipped it, and then came back up and went right back down in there. They
just hunted right alongside one another.
They've done great.
That time of year is almost here. It's time to get that boat out, check your life jackets, and get ready for summer. So it's the beginning of the boating season, and I'm getting ready to launch the boat, and I'm here with Officer Thomas Blackwell. Thomas, tell me a little bit about what I need to be prepared for, both before I put on the water and after I get on the water.
The biggest thing is make sure whatever you're going to take out on the water with you and all of your equipment maintenance, everything is done prior to putting your boat in the water.
So right here, we're at a tie down area. It's marked on most of the ramps. So we're going to come up and we're going to unhook the boat, do everything with the exception of the front, load the boat, get the boater ready to go, back in, drop the boat, and then pull away.
Yes, just ramp courtesy, making sure that you have everything taken care of before you put your boat in the water so you're not tying up everybody else that wants to get in and enjoy the water.
All right, so let's take a look around the boat before I launch it to make sure that my boat is in safe working condition.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to want to do, of course, this is going to be away from putting the boat in the water. This is going to be away from the ramp itself, is to remove the tie downs, the straps, anything that's going to be holding the boat to the trailer.
Okay.
The next thing is going to be checking the jack on the motor trim, make sure that the lock, it has unlocked and the motor is able to come down from the safety position. Make sure the other strap on the other side is removed as well. And of course, while you're down there, make sure that the plug is in, secured, and tight.
Interestingly enough, this plug is actually operated from the top side of the boat, but it's got a cable, so I need to make sure that I put it on end. It's always good to give a second visual to make sure that plug is secure, and it is in. Let's walk to the front and make sure everything's good up there.
Okay. We'll make sure you undo the safety strap.
Okay.
From the boat to the trailer.
This particular boat, it's all on one, so we're going to loosen it.
Okay.
And then before we launch, we'll wait till we get right to the water and we'll turn that loose.
Looks like your boat's ready to go. Make sure you have all your life jackets, and looks like you're ready to go out on the water.
All right, well, I know you're going to give us a safety check on the lake here in a little while. We're going to do a little fishing, and we'll see you in a bit.
Good luck to you.
All right, thank you. Almost as important to wearing your life jacket out here is your kill switch. I attach my kill switch usually to my life jacket. Now, for any reason I come out of this boat, obviously I got my life jacket on, but it'd be really nice if my boat is parked right there where I can swim to it and not running into the shore across the way. So always put this on. It takes just a second, could save your life.
Oh, look at that. Missed. You get it? You got one. Well, I see that you had luck right then. You've been having any luck beforehand?
Caught a couple. We're fun fishing today. Got a couple bass and a crappie.
Well, if you don't mind, go and get your fishing license out for me. Let me take a look at it.
All right, we'll do that. Proud sportsman license owner.
Good deal. All right, let's see. I see you got your life jacket on. That's good. Do you have a Type 4 throwable? Looks like a seat cushion.
I do. How about that one right there?
Perfect, good deal. And I see you have some other life jackets in there.
Yep, you never know. You might pick up somebody.
That's right. Perfect. What about your fire extinguisher? You got that on you?
I do. It's right here.
All right. Do you know how to test this, see if it's still charged?
I do not.
All right, what you want to do is keep this yellow part in here. This thing is kind of like the safety pin on it.
Okay.
What you do is you push it away from everybody to test it. Push down. If it pops back up, it's still got pressure in it.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's good to know.
So that one's still good. Now, if there's a fire, you want to pull that yellow pin and then spray it.
So that replaces the dial, just a way to check it right
Correct,
there, right?
yes.
All right, that's good to know.
All righty, if you mind, let me take a look at your live well real quick.
All right, do that. Here we go.
Good deal. Good deal. All right, now while you're right over here, let me hear your horn or whistle if you got one. All right, that's all.
All right.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Be safe.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you for wearing your life jacket.
All right, appreciate that. So I'm out here today with Zach Campbell, who's the boating education coordinator for the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife. You're with the Law Enforcement Division.
Yes, sir.
Boating season's just around the corner. It's February. Tell me a little bit about what people need to know about boating safely.
There's a lot of things you can do, especially at the beginning of the boating season. Like outside today, look at us. Like I'm in a short sleeve shirt and it's sunny. We're all excited, you know, ready to get out and go fishing, but that water's still really cold.
50-degree water,
yep.
70 degrees outside. You fall in, you won't last long, will you?
Exactly.
There's a couple new items out that's on the market for safety, water rescue.
The ones we're wearing right now, these inflatable life jackets, they were meant to be lighter, more comfortable, to get people that may not normally want to wear a life jacket to wear a life jacket. These are great for wintertime fishermen. This particular model will only go off due to water pressure.
Okay.
It's a hydrostatic inflatable life jacket.
Okay.
We trust our officers' lives with this. It's what every one of our officers wears while they're out on the water.
All right. Show me some other items we got here.
Now we've got this is pretty new. A lot of people haven't seen this before. It's called a rescue stick.
Okay.
Grab that right there, you see that?
Wow.
It's got some weight to it.
Feels like I could throw this thing 50 yards or so if
yeah,
need be.
And the cool thing about that is when it hits the water, that handle absorbs the water and it automatically inflates also.
Now, let me ask you a question. Does this count as my throwable device?
No, it doesn't. You still need your seat cushion.
Okay, let's give it a try. What do you think?
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Much larger than what I was expecting.
Yeah, exactly. And see, it's got 4 different handles that you can pull yourself up, put it around your waist, put it behind your head. It's a pretty useful tool.
All right, what else we got here?
We've got an infant life jacket right here. See, it's got the head guard right here, and this is for 30 pounds and under, but they also have ones that 30 to 50 pounds and 50 to 90 pounds.
All right, and all of them tell you, you want to read every life jacket prior to buying it and then prior to going on the water. You want to read inside and it'll let you know exactly what this life jacket is good for.
Yeah, from the infant ones to the one I'm wearing here, you have to check if it's U.S. Coast Guard approved. It will have the information for what it's used for, what it's good for, and what you shouldn't use it for, usually on the manufacturer label there.
I got something here. As a person who's on the lake all the time, this thing here is called a puddle jumper. I get asked this question all the time. Is this legal?
Okay, like I said with any of the other life jackets, you're going to want to read the tag on the inside here, and if it says U.S. Coast Guard approved, and every life jacket has a weight limit for whoever's supposed to be wearing it. So if you're the proper size for the life jacket and it's U.S. Coast Guard approved, you're good to go.
All right. So these auto-inflate style jackets, obviously if I fell in and I went under, it would inflate, but I can also inflate it by pulling this cord.
Yes, you can.
So I know a lot of people own these, but I bet very few people have actually ever set one off.
They expand and get a lot bigger than people think, so.
Let's give it a try. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right, let's see what we got here. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Feel pretty safe.
Feels good, huh? Yeah.
So now this thing here, this is it's a little cold, but this thing is completely got me suspended.
If you get knocked out, these are automatically going to inflate. Not only that, they're going to turn you around face up so that your head's out of the water and you can still breathe.
Great. Well, Zach, I appreciate you coming out and showing us these. I know that your goal and the agency's goal for the Department of Fish and Wildlife is to eliminate as much as we can boater fatalities and injuries.
Yes, sir.
Wearing life jackets is the #1 best step.
Definitely.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it, Chad. Thanks.
Now let's check in and see who's catching what and where in this week's fishing report.
Hi, this is Kevin Fry with your Eastern Area Fisheries Report. The week has been good for about all types of fish. Tailwaters below dams producing good trout fishing, and some such as dewey, fish trap, or buckhorn, mixing in some white bass and crappie on small plastic grub jigs. Crappie fishing reports in area lakes has been very good. A lot of darker colored males being caught from nesting areas around 2 to 2.5 foot. Some larger females being caught around structure away from these shoreline areas. Also, channel catfish are active with good catches on cut bait. Larger blue cats running up to 35 inches. A few larger bluegills starting to be in catches. Fish coming from mud flat and shoreline areas and backs of coves. Bass anglers doing well with plastics for keeper fish and also having good tournament weigh-ins. Best numbers of fish coming from shallow water on main lake points and coves with nearby woody structure.
Hi, this is Eric Cummins with your Southwest Kentucky Fishing Report. Barren River Lake is still high and falling. Fish are up in the flooded vegetation but scattered. Bass are being taken on topwaters, spinner baits, chatterbaits, Texas rigged plastics, and jigs. Green River Lake has been stable and has been so for a while. Bass are in the full spawning mode and up shallow. Marion County Lake near Lebanon, Briggs Lake near Russellville, and West Fork Drakes near Franklin are good red ear lakes lakes to try. Green River Lake tailwater is fair for walleye, muskie, and catfish. Likewise, Nolan tailwater is fair for a mixed bag. Smaller lake crappie action has been good at Shaney Hollow, Marion County Lake. Similarly, small lake bass action has been good at Mill Creek Lake near Tompkinsville, Metcalfe County Lake, and Spurlington Lake. As always, good luck and good fishing. Be sure your life jacket's got your back.
This is Jeff Crosby with the Central District Fishing Report. Water temperatures are in the low 60s and lake levels are beginning to stabilize. There has been good reports of crappie being caught at area lakes such as Taylorsville, Harrington, Gist, Beaver, and Elmer Davis Lakes. Crappie are being caught around brush and treetops on live minnows or crappie jigs when fished in 2 to 12 feet of water. Largemouth bass fishing is picking up at district lakes. Finally, a few white bass and hybrids are being caught in the upper portions of Harrington and Taylorsville lakes. White bass are nearing the end of their spawning run. Small jerkbaits, crankbaits, swim jigs, or small curly-tailed grubs are excellent baits for catching a few of these white bass and hybrids this time of year. So grab a pole and enjoy some great spring fishing, and I hope to see you on the water.
If you're a woman who's interested in the outdoors but don't know where to get started, this program is just for you.
You are supposed to do what as your bow rules? Go, Mary Helen, with one.
One, make friends.
Very good. Have fun. Learn something new and share with someone.
I did the beginning archery 3 years ago at bow and decided this year that I would try the advanced. I got a bow for Christmas, and so I thought, well, I'll try it. I want to get into bow hunting, not just shooting targets, and so I thought better to take the advanced archery and learn a little something. This is my third year here.
Third year, and you really like the pistol part, right?
I really enjoy the pistol part, I do.
So as soon as you wrap this class up, you can run up and find out how to process the deer. They're going to actually do that.
I took that class as well.
Oh, okay.
The best class I've ever taken here actually was that cleaning and processing wild game. I thought I was going to pass out, but I did not.
So Sarah, I just came in and watched you take the meat off of the ham of a deer. Have you ever done that before?
No, never in my life.
So you signed up for this class, so it's something you wanted to experience.
Uh-huh.
And so what do you think about the process?
It was incredible. I watched someone do it like 5 years ago, and I was like, gotta learn how to do that.
So are you a hunter?
No.
Do you have interest in hunting?
Yes.
What kind of gun are you shooting?
I'm shooting a Lady Smith & Wesson 38.
This is a great location. You get some instruction.
Absolutely. Eric is an awesome instructor. Every time I come out here, there's something new that I've learned. This is the third time I've taken this pistol class. And I take home something that I didn't catch the first time. So you can never be overeducated or have too much training. It's been a really good experience.
That's exactly right. And your husband shoots pistols because he's a police officer.
He is a police officer, but he's not a hunter. And
Okay.
he's not as much into the outdoors as I am, so I come to events like this so that I can meet other women and other outdoor enthusiasts who like to shoot pistols and hike and spend time in the outdoors. I was kind of anti-hunting before Mariah died, my daughter, in 2000. And coming, I got educated and I learned. And I'm in an environment that I love.
Yeah.
And this is a unique environment, very special. And I've learned so much over all the years I've been doing this and the things, and I just find that education solves a whole lot of problems.
Oh, yeah. 44 yards.
Not bad for my first time.
All the skills that you need to become an outdoor woman, you can learn here this weekend.
Absolutely. You got a chance to go to conservation camp and 4-H camp as a kid, and after you're 12 years old, that's it.
You're on your own
and
after
so
that.
you get a chance at bow to learn the things that you didn't get to do at conservation and 4-H camps.
Have you ever cleaned a dove before?
No.
Okay,
This is the closest I've ever been to a dove.
That's pretty close.
This is pretty personal.
So have you ever been dove hunting?
I have not. I've never been hunting of any sort.
Okay.
I'm not a very good whisper walker.
Oh, hey, then this is your sport.
This is it.
So what other class are you taking?
Okay, yeah, so archery
Okay.
tomorrow. And
Have you ever done that before?
No.
So this weekend is all new experiences for you.
Oh yeah, and then Sunday, basic rifles.
Okay.
Never shot a gun before.
You're gonna leave here.
Sunday is the day.
You're gonna leave here a changed woman. That is great.
I'm pumped.